The flash forward scene in chapter 1 of the Boruto story, where Boruto vs Kawaki happened, left the fandom with a lot of questions. Where in the world was Naruto? Was he actually dead? Where was Sasuke? And why was Konoha now destroyed? We know that the fight that takes place is 4 years after the Momoshiki battle, which places Boruto and Kawaki as both being 16 years old, but nothing else is known about the events of this flash forward timeline. Before going any further, I want to give the anime only viewers an opportunity to click off of this video because I'm going to be going over some massive spoilers for the Boruto story that have yet to be revealed in the anime. I know how many of you guys like going into the story spoiler free, so I would advise you all to click off and look at the other content on the channel. Now, for those of you who are clicking off, I have to thank you for your support for the channel and hope you enjoy the other videos I have up. Now, for those of you who are still here, I'm going to assume that you're perfectly okay with getting spoiled, so without further ado, let's just dive right in. With the Boruto manga showing us that Kawaki's Karma Seal can both absorb attacks and fire them back, and that the Kara organization is hunting for Kawaki, who they openly call their vessel, it's to the point where Kashin Koji is now hunting for Kawaki and has now entered into Konoha in search of him. It's time for us to look at the possibility that Kawaki did indeed have help destroying Konoha. I'm not saying that Kawaki's gonna join Konoha. The story makes it pretty clear that won't happen. That'd be like Naruto suddenly joining the Akatsuki, even though Naruto has a Biju sealed inside of him. Now, with all of that being said, I do think that it's possible that Kara could be indirectly the cause of what we see happening in the flash forward sequence in chapter 1 or episode 1 of the Boruto story. Kawaki mistrusts the Konoha shinobi initially, mistaking them for being members of Kara or being in line with Jigen, and has been shown to randomly freak out due to all the experiments that have been done to him as a child. It's very possible that this leads to one of his fits of rage that leads to destruction of the village, but that's a bit too far-fetched to think that Kawaki would go into that big of a rage and that there couldn't be anyone in the village who could stop him. What isn't as crazy is the fact that Kara comes to the village looking for Kawaki, and their battles escalate to the point that the village is destroyed, especially since Boruto and Kawaki can both fire off attacks using their Karma Seal. Boruto tells Kawaki that he didn't think he would go this far, obviously referring to the destruction of Konoha. For all we know, Kawaki could have absorbed the attack and fired it back, knowing that it would destroy Konoha, but Kawaki might have done so hoping to destroy Kara. Though this does bring up the question of what happened to Naruto, which is hard to explain since we don't know the true power of those in Kara yet, minus the small idea of what we've seen Kashin Koji do through various chapters in the Boruto story so far. However, I do think that this all goes back to the way of Boruto's Jogan. Toneri called it the Eye of Hope, but Momoshiki tells Boruto that his eye will one day take everything from Boruto Uzumaki. As I've said on a few occasions, building Boruto up to be the imperfect hero actually works. It works very well because it allows for a tragedy to be told. Boruto in his own way is trying to get through to Kawaki, whereas Naruto is shown hugging the boy and trying to show him the right way to do things. Boruto Uzumaki is a lot more like his grandmother Kushina, and he takes more of a standoffish approach, like when he told Kawaki to fix the flower vase that he broke that belonged to Himawari. If the attack on Konoha is something that Boruto could have prevented, then it ties back into what Momoshiki told him. While fans eagerly await the flash forwards of the series, thinking that Kawaki might go into a full rampage, destroying the village, leaving the hanging out, there are two more direct contenders that I hope you guys consider after watching this video. The first is Kara, who in their search for Kawaki or in the battles that ensue despite the destruction. The second is Boruto, pushing Kawaki too far. being a little too hard on him and being unable to redirect an attack by Kawaki, despite Kawaki and Boruto's karma seals somehow being linked together. Even when fatigued, Kawaki's karma seal was shown being able to eviscerate one of the members of the Kara organization, and now that they have 3 years to live under the House of Naruto, where they're obviously going to have some training done, it shows that this could very well be the reason why these two young boys are left fighting on the ruined faces of what's left of the Hokage monument. So what did you guys think about this? Let me know down in the comment section below, and as always, if you like anything I had to say, don't forget to comment, rate, subscribe, share the video, enable notifications. Thank you so much for watching all the way into the end of the video, guys. Have an incredible day.